Hello all, my name is Jilan Shah. I am from AFL Hyperscale and I will be talking to you about our data center and data center cabling and connectivity solutions. So, who is AFL Hyperscale? AFL Hyperscale are first cabling and connectivity solutions, data solutions provider with over 70 years of production, engineering and manufacturing experience. We work collaboratively with our customers, so we can provide custom solutions depending on your needs. We like to work closely with our customers to also find out what is going on in the market, how things are changing. We are very responsive with a global footprint, so we are located in all 5 continents, which I'll show you shortly, and we are very responsive in our delivery to you. So, who is AFL Hyperscale? We are part of the Fujikura family. So AFL Hyperscale, AFL and Fujikura are all together as one. So, give you a little bit of history into how we became AFL Hyperscale. So we first started as the Carlisle Group, and we were mainly manufacturing cable and selling that into the aerospace industry. We then went on to the fiber side and became FiberFab. So you might have heard that name before, FiberFab. In 2006, and AFL purchased a company called NetIG. In 2013, they acquired FiberFab. Together, we became AFL Hyperscale. And the reason we done that is AFL didn't have a big footprint within Europe. As FiberFab, we had a great footprint in Europe with access to the market all over. So we worked together with AFL and NetIG created a joint venture, and in 2018 we became AFL Hyperscale. So we've opened a couple of new locations in India, Hong Kong and Australia, and together with AFL we now have a massive global footprint. So where are we located? We sell within 96 countries across the globe, with 11 manufacturing groups. What that means is, no matter where you guys are located, we have a manufacturing service nearby and delivery will be short. Sales offices in 7 different countries. An example of that is the sales office in UK. Within the UK, there are over 25 different languages spoken. And then we're one global unified team. So, our values. These are things that we look for within the company, and how we get across that to you guys is being accountable. So if there is things wrong with our products, we will take them back, we will get them repaired, and we will service you as you need. Customer centric, so speaking to you guys, figuring out what you need. Collaborating with you guys. So working with our engineers, working with sales throughout, working together and being innovative, finding out new solutions, what are in the market. So our vision is to become an innovative connectivity solutions company, working with our selected partners like Space. Our mission is to optimize connectivity solutions driven by innovation, so creating new products to bring out to the market. To create a consistency, profitable, growing business adds values for our stakeholders and our values. I'm not going to bore you with all our values. We'll get into the good stuff. So, our credentials. So, as a primary global supplier to the world's largest cloud companies, social media providers, and co-location data centers, our products are already out there on the market. We enable them to grow, innovate faster by working with these big companies and finding out what the market is looking for. Solution and product availability. So whatever it is, whether it's a data center, local area network, telco market, we have products to suit all available services and needs. we have the full access to AFL and Fujikura's portfolio. So that means we can supply anything from patch cords, pigtails, splicers, containment, test and measurement, the whole works. So we provide a full end-to-end solution. So a one-stop shop for your DC or for your service provider. Being that we are a global footprint, we can deliver to anywhere in the world, and we can manufacture anywhere in the world. So whether you're a DC in Australia or in America, our products will be exactly the same due to our manufacturing process and due to having factories in different countries. So family collaboration. This means we work together with Fujikura, with AFL, to provide the best products available. Consultation, so how can we help? Working with Space, we will come see you guys and work with you, finding out what you need, designing a new product and so on. Or what we will do is work on existing products and see how we can provide them for your needs. So we will come see you, speak to you guys, figure out what you're trying to do, what you're going to do, and help you out. Development. So in-house, we have a large engineering team, which our products are all created by. So there's no outsourcing of engineering. Production. Again, as mentioned, production, manufacturing to all your needs. And all over the world. So access to our equipment is very quick, very easy. And then quality and standards. So we have a few members of our team, of the engineering team, who are on standard boards. So whether it's IEEE, BICSI, they are part of the boards. So they know what is happening, when it's happening, before it gets to the public. So we always make sure our products are to a standard, to a quality and standard of what you guys are looking for. Logistics, again, as mentioned, global footprint, so we can provide wherever and whenever you guys need. And customer service, so we have a sales department that speaks multiple languages, so there is no barrier of entry in that sense. So you guys can pick up the phone, call our offices, speak to them in Greek, and you will get a response. So product overview. This is the stuff that you guys are actually here for, to see what we can provide. So from fiber assemblies to pre-terms to copper assemblies, QSFPs, we supply them all. All our cable is now CPR rated, so you won't ever have a problem of that standard being there and just buying standard LSZH. We can supply standard LSZH if you need, however European standards do say that it needs to be a CPR cable if going indoors. Protection and management, so we can get cabinets to containment, chassis, ODFs, racks. There is all examples of this outside at the Space House store, so we can have a look at that there. Cabling. So again, inside cabling, outside cabling, ultra-high fiber count cabling. I'll show you a slide shortly about a cable which Fujikura has come out with, which is SWR. What this is a cable which can contain up to 3,456 fibers in the same space as a traditional 144 loose tube cable. So space saving is a big thing that's going on at the moment in DC, especially with the demand for high connectivity. Test and measurement and termination. So fusion splicers, OTDRs, light source power meters, and spectroscope. We can provide all of that for you guys and help you learn how to train with it. Installers help you installers. Come out, give you the certification to make sure you're a certified installer when installing our products. Tools and accessories, we have that offering also. And actives, so this is something new which we have brought in. You guys are probably aware of DACs, direct active cables. we now provide AOCs. So these are fiber cables terminated directly onto the active equipment. So with that, you will improve your power budget and you have less connections. So direct from switch to switch with nothing in between. So for the full connectivity solution, you can visit either of these websites and see what products we have available. So ultra high density solutions. This is something which is going big in data centers now. So a lot of fiber in a lot of small space. How do we achieve that? So with our design, it is as simple as ABC. Our UHD range consists of assemblies, building blocks, and chassis. So, assemblies. We recommend using pre-terminated assemblies wherever possible. This will increase your installation time and improve your power budget. What we have noticed when visiting data centers which are having a lot of trouble, high losses, it's due to bad splicing, bad cleaning, little things like that. With a assembly solution, it's plug and play, so there's no need to splice and have any human error. All these assemblies will be fully tested before they leave our factory, and you will be provided with a test result. The different types of assemblies we can offer, so multi-fiber assemblies, patch cords, and high fiber count, in all different cable types as well. So this is just an example of assembly which we built. So high performance, high density, quick to install, customizable. What that means is if you are going into a switch or any active equipment, you can send us the layout of that active equipment and we will provide a pre-term with the correct stagger length. So what that means, there is no excess slack on your pre-term, so everything will be very neat, very tight. Like I said, everything is factory terminated and tested as well. You get reports when receiving these products. So when it comes to configuring your pre-term, there are 8 different configurations that you need to be aware of. So simple as selecting your connector, LC, SC, so on, the fiber count, single mode or multi-mode, the cable construction you're going for, whether it's micro cable, loose tube, tight buffered, and then your tail diameter. So are you going into a panel? Are you going into the front of a panel? Do you need 900 micron? Do you need 2 mil? Tail length. Does it need to be a stagger? Does it need to be a fan out? What do you guys need? We can customize it to what you need. All our pre-terms are defined tip to tip. And then we can also provide, so we can also provide quick deployment, which is pulling elements and so on. So if you do have to go through a wall, we can provide everything that you need for that solution. Building blocks. So building blocks are another word for modules. These are easy to install and there are multiple configurations which you can go for. So, example here, so you've got your standard MPO to LC, a pre-terminated module, a base 8 module, splice module, MPO faceplate, and a copper faceplate. Each of these will come tested before you get them and are manufactured in-house and designed in-house. So the different types of configurations and what each building block holds. So each of these modules has an easy access module for inserting and removing. You can load the module from either the back or the front, depending on what access you have in your chassis. There is also a service latch. Now, a service latch is very important. When you have a lot of fibers in a small space, sometimes it can be difficult to get to and patch. So with the service latch, you can bring up the module halfway, making it a lot easier to patch into. Up to 24 LCs or 12 SC in one module. All our LC connectors are shuttered adapters, which means they will remain clean and it is safe when coming to install. And then an easy locking mechanism. So when it comes to our pre-terminated modules, there are multiple different types of configurations which you can go for. You can go for module to module, module to MPO, module to LC, or module to stub. We normally would recommend going for module to module as there are less interconnections, making your power budget greater. However, the limitation to this is you need to know the specific length of cable that you will need. If you have to go through a wall, you might not get a module through there because of the size. So we would suggest going to an MPO preturn or an LC preturn, allowing you then to patch in on the other side. If that is a viable option, you can go to a stub tail, and then we have a splice module which you can use to splice into. Let me go back. So, on the base 8 modules, so there are multiple different types of transition modules which we have to offer. The image that you see there is for a 16 fiber module and is all front entry. Two 8 fiber MPOs, and then inside will be an MPO fan out which will allow you to come out into 16 LCs. We also have a 24 fiber version available for this, which is 3 MPOs at the back, 24 LC at the front. Or you can go for a transition from a 24 fiber MPO into 3 8 fiber MPOs. So chassis. This is the housing where your modules sit. So we've produced our chassis to be modular and accessible for everyone that is needed. And what it allows you to do is add and remove fiber when you need to and as your service grows. So the different types of chassis we have to offer. You've got a 1U chassis which can hold up to 5 modules and which will hold up to 120 LC fibers. You have a 2U module, 2U chassis which can hold up to 12 modules, and that's up to 288 fibers in a 2U space. Modular patching chassis. This is exactly the same as the 2U chassis there, however it is a lot shallower. This is specifically for patching. The reason why we created this one was we created the patch modules, however when using them in the standard chassis, what we found it's very hard to patch to the back because it is quite deep. So we produced a shallower chassis which allowed you to patch on either side. With this one as well, this will work on a lot of the shallower cabinets and racks. So this would be ideal for a 300mm rack, whereas the 2U modular one, you would probably have to go into a 600mm rack. Next is our 6U splice frame. So this was created specifically for a customer of ours. We have a 9U version of this, which consists of a 2U chassis and 1U management in between. However, the customer said we need this, but in a smaller space, so we created the 6U. Removed all the 1U cable management bars and angled the frame, allowing the customer to dress their cables to the side. With this, you can bring in your cable and you can splice up to 864 fibers within this patch panel here. You then got a standard 1U fixed panel for 144 fibers. You have 12 MPOs at the back and 144 LCs at the front. We also have this configuration in a base 8 version, so 16 MPOs at the back, 144 LC at the front. And last of all is our 0U. This is perfect for if you need to add a module where there's no space in your chassis, you can add it to the side of the chassis, side of the rack, to the top of the cable management. But you can also use this for fiber to the desk. You can plant these under the desk, bring your fibers in, and then connect up your customers. So that's just a quick image of the 2U chassis and how it will work. So, excuse me. This is our spiderweb ribbon cable. This is a brand new cable which has been brought in from Fujikura. The most important thing is it's not like standard ribbon. If you guys remember standard ribbon fiber, you'll remember the fiber is glued throughout the whole cable. So it's not very flexible. What you'll see here, this is glued in at certain points, making it very rigid and flexible so you can manipulate the cable as you wish to. 40% reduction in installation time due to the mass splicing. So outside we have a 70R splicer, which I can show you how you can splice 12 fibers at one time. Up to 44% smaller in diameter. On the next slide, I'll show you actual sizes of the cables. We do have some examples outside. So we have a 144 core micro cable, which with SWR, and this is the same size as a 48 core single fiber micro cable. So you're putting in a lot more fibers in a smaller space. And again, 73% lighter than most ribbon cables today. So this is just a quick slide on what the cable sizes are. So if you're looking at the 1152 wrapping tube cable, only 18 mil in diameter. 3456 WTC, only 30 mil in diameter. That would be the same size as a 144 single loose tube cable. So you're getting nearly 30% more fibers in the same space. And then you've got the 172. The biggest cable count that we have is 6912. These cables are mainly used for connecting up campuses. Since this cable has come out, our engineering team has worked on chassis, modules, and connectivity so you can use this cable. If you're connecting this cable between two chassis, you can't splice into a normal panel. We have built special wall boxes for ribbon fiber, which allows you to bring in this cable and then break it out into smaller cables. Even on our UHD range, we have now produced the UHD with SWR pigtails. That means you can bring in your cable, have two splices, and be connected up with 24 fibers. So the supporting products that we have, Fujikura splicers, splice-on connectors, whether it's MPO or single fiber, cleaning equipment. This is one of the most important things in the fiber industry. When you see a network being down or issues with a network is due to poor cleaning and poor installation. I've seen a number of DCs once being installed and then gone live and they've been, oh, my network's not working right. Why? Did you clean when you installed? No. Cleaning is one of the most important things you can do when coming to installing. And then test and measurement products. Thank you.